We're back! We're together again, which is fantastic. And yeah, we are in a new office space, which is great. But before we start talking about all the updates, let's bring back the digital light of the month.
God, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay, you go first.
I go first. Okay, cool. So I want to talk all things Love Island.
How can we not at the moment?
How can we not talk about the drama? The drama. Also, this is an Andrew and Tasha hate account. Yeah, less said about that the better. But yes, Love Island. I want to talk about Love Island because love it or hate it, there's no denying that the viewership is insane.
It is crazy.
Yeah, and in our personal opinion, I mean, I'd say this is one of the best years, personally.
The drama has been unmatched. I know,
honestly.
Obviously, the start of the season is always quite slow, and you get about 3 weeks in, and that's not really doing it for me. But this year, it came and it is delivered.
Yeah.
And I, for one, love it.
Yes, and me bringing back the bombshells,
Yeah.
Casa Amor.
And we've got to talk about Abbie Collard. That is just
yes.
the biggest twist in Love Island history.
We love it. Although controversial, we've had a few Islanders kicking off, previous Islanders kicking off, being like, why did we get to go back? Because you were boring, okay? But bringing it back to media, I wanted to talk about a couple of stats that I found. So like I said, love it or hate it, the viewership is absolutely insane. So a couple of stats from this year. So there was over 100,000 applications for 2022. Although I always think that's a little controversial because it's all outsourced anyways.
Yeah, the amount of people, like ex-Islanders that I see do Q&As, and people say like, how did you get into Love Island? 9 times out of 10 they've been scouted.
100%.
So it's like, do these applications even get read?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is why Abbie's not been on it yet.
Yeah.
It's a total fix.
Not read my application for the last 5 years. Anyone knows a way to get into Love Island, just let me know.
we're open to options.
Yeah.
And then we want to talk about daily viewers. So on the first day of the 2022 launch,
Right.
there was 5 million viewers.
5 million.
Which I think is, the biggest since 2019, which only had 2.9 million.
Wow.
Which is insane, and it's an insane thing for TV. If we think about like who's sponsoring this year, we have Reddit.
Yes.
Reddit's one.
eBay,
obviously, which is the sustainability. You know, try not to buy into like fast fashion brands and things like that, which I think is fantastic. So it's a huge, TV's just a huge opportunity, right? I mean, if we Love Island aside, if you're getting shows as big as that, I mean, obviously, if we look at post lockdown, obviously, you know, TV viewership did go up, and because we had nothing else to do, but also streaming went up, and I think, you know, TV is coming back in a lot more full force.
Yeah, for sure, and not even just TV, but everywhere. Like I've seen, I don't know if you've seen, they've got really cool out of home this year as well. I've seen them at bus stops, and they're digital ones that, you know, like rotate round. But it basically has a kind of snippet from, not a snippet from the preview, but it's kind of, so for example, if something happens in the episode, it will then have like a screenshot of like Tasha, and it'll be like, will her head turn? Because in the preview, it's seen that she's going to go on a date with someone, and then all the out of home is like in the moment for the episode that night, and it's like, will her head turn? And it's like, find out tonight.
It's super reactive.
I think it's great.
It's crazy, and obviously, you know, you want to have a super strong creative, but when you've got like content like that coming out every single day, if you can turn something around that quickly, why not?
Yeah, it is insane. And like you said, even love it or hate it, it is just like the word on everyone's lips at the moment. Like, obviously, we've got some people in the office that absolutely despise it, but they can't get away from it.
And it's like, it's a huge, like with 5 million people viewing it on the first day, you can't get away from that.
No.
You know, you've got to, if you don't want to watch it, you at least got to know about it.
Exactly.
Surely. And like I say, with all the potential for brands, like I say, I mean, Reddit, I think is probably the most rogue partnership I've ever seen. But it makes so much sense.
It makes sense.
I mean, personally, I would think Twitter would be the place to go, but apparently, like, I haven't got the stats to hand, but I'm sure Reddit's like has gone up, like their what's it called? How many people have signed up? Have like gone up by 40% or something like that, I think it is. So it's insane. It's insane amounts.
That is insane. Yeah, I'd be really interested when the finale has been at the end of it, because I'll definitely release some information about like readership and how that's gone on.
And I'm also actually quite intrigued from kind of like because we know, you know, rightly or wrongly, everybody has an opinion.
For sure.
You know, Gemma got probably the most hit at the beginning, and now she's one of the most loved. So like the way everyone talks on Twitter, I think obviously can be quite in the moment and vicious.
Yeah.
So we're quite interested to see how exactly people are talking over on Reddit, because it's a lot more community based. Are they still quite controversial and opinionated?
Yeah.
Is it a bit more of a civilized discussion? I think like it'd be quite interesting to see. I mean, I'm personally not a Reddit user. I'm not one of those myself. But I thought,
Yeah, I'll be interested.
And talking of social media as well, actually, we want to talk about the Love Island contestants following. Obviously, we want to talk about they're probably not the best influencers to be based off, but you know, there is no doubting that like they do have some influence there. Some stats here: since the first 11 contestants have a combined total following gone up by 91,000.
Wow,
which is insane. So like, as soon as you join Love Island, you are an influencer. There's no denying it. Whether you're
the clothing deals are coming in, thick and fast, teeth whitening,
the Pretty Little Thing partnership, it's coming through. We're only jealous, really, but but yeah, it's crazy. It does create this whole new, whether they're the most trusted, that's a whole other situation. But it does open up a whole pool of like very specific types of influencers.
Yeah, and I tell you what I think is really weird is that people's following goes up so much, obviously, whilst they're still in the villa. So they're not actively posting themselves.
Yeah.
So obviously, all the time, they're like toting up their following, and it's like their family and friends, like running their account, and
they're just buying into the hour a day that they see.
Yeah,
they don't actually know these people, but like they're still very intrigued with. I don't know whether it's because they keep up to date. You make a good point. Are they keeping up to date through the actual Instagram?
Yeah.
Are they waiting for them to come out the villa so they can be the first to see what they actually are like on social media? Like what intrigues them so much?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
But yeah, very interesting. I'll be gutted when it's finished.
It's too soon.